Hello everyone, I just got back from Bromley Magistrates Court and I want to provide a quick video update of this ridiculous nonsense that's I've been subjected to for the last week. I mean, this is just pure harassment. Considering what the judge just said, it's absolute pure politically motivated harassment. So last Thursday, I get a phone call from a sergeant at Bexleyheath Police Station saying, "You're in my jurisdiction, there's an arrest warrant out for you. Can you hand yourself into Bromley Police Station tomorrow morning? Bromley Magistrates Court has issued a warrant because you've breached your probation rules." So the next morning, I hand myself into Bromley Police Station and the inspector and the sergeant and the people at the front desk all tell me there is no arrest warrant out for you. It's been rescinded. I'm like, okay, fair enough, I'll go on my way. Monday morning, you've probably seen the CCTV footage by now. Monday morning, a big riot van turns up at my home address. Out pours 3 police officers. They're knocking on my front door. Luckily, I wasn't here. I was actually at boxing training. And then I got a phone call from none other than SO15 Counter-Terrorism Command, one of the sergeants there, saying, "There's a big mistake. There is an arrest warrant out for you. Can you hand yourself into Bromley Police Station again tomorrow morning?" So, went there this morning. We're stood outside Bromley Police Station. I let them know that I'm outside, ready to be arrested, ready to be taken into custody. And all of a sudden, all the officers from SO15 Counter-Terrorism Command start arriving. They come up to me, they introduce themselves, they say, "We'll just go into the station, we'll just get everything prepared. Can you wait out here, please?" After about half an hour of waiting outside in the blistering sun, 2 officers from SO15 Counter-Terrorism Command come out of the police station and the following happens. Not really, but
I picked you up from prison.
oh right, okay.
Have you been in there?
I told him I'm here, yeah.
Alright, just take a seat here. I was going to
What is happening?
I mean, I'm going to myself. Listen, I've had a phone call from a meeting. I'm going to make some phone calls now. And stuff. Just hang around.
I'll just hang around. Well, I'm here outside Bromley Police Station, as you can see. I just spoke to one SO15 Counter-Terrorism Command officer. He said he's going to go in and make some inquiries. They've come all the way down from central London to greet me. I've been told this is because probation are accusing me of breaching my post-sentence supervision, not letting them know where I'm staying every night, which is nonsense because I've got incontrovertible evidence to show that I have let them know everything I've been doing well in advance of when I'm doing it. So I've spoken to the counter. I'm just waiting for them to come out and arrest me. Let's see what happens. But this is the kind of nonsense that Patriot leaders have to put up with on a daily basis. The idea is to try and grind me down and grind me down and grind me down until in the end I just think I can't take this anymore, I'm going to give up. But they're grossly underestimating me if they think I'm going to be, if they're going to put the pressure on me and I'm going to end up surrendering. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. I don't care what they do to me. I'm never ever going to stop fighting for my country.
Anyway, do you have to do that? Film me. Why?
Perfectly legal, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but why?
It's legal, isn't it?
Right, Paul, there's a warrant out for your arrest. What we're proposing to do is to not arrest you, take you up to Bromley Magistrates Court.
Okay.
Do the business there. Alright? We'll drive you up. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
If we skip out the part of the police cells. Can I just ask, are you guys SO15?
Mate.
Well, you are, because you said you were when you came and picked me up from HMP Liverpool. Am I a terrorist? Seriously, am I a terrorist?
Paul, do you want us to do that? Do you want us to drive you up there?
Yes, that's fine by me. I'll come with you, yeah.
So I'm going to bring the car around back here, so police you around, so I'll be 5 minutes.
Okay,
right.
fine. So then we jump in the motor, we follow them around Bromley. On the other side of town there's the Magistrates Court. So we jump in the motor, we follow them round to the court. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we're just following the car that with the 2 SO15 counter-terrorism officers. Just spoken to my solicitor. He said this is a very, very, very strange occurrence, what's happening. Very strange. You never come across it before. There's an arrest warrant out for me, but they refused to arrest me. They asked me if I voluntarily accompany them to the Bromley Magistrates Court. It's so bizarre. No one can really get their heads around it. But why on earth counter-terrorism command is involved in what is probably the lowest ranked offence that you can possibly be arrested for or prosecuted for breaking your post-sentence supervision. I've since learned, since the last video, that the maximum penalty that I can receive is 2 weeks in prison. That's the maximum. It's unlikely you're going to get that on the first one. You'll probably get a fine. But I can't wait to get to the court now and present these SO15 guys with all of the evidence that I've got here. Printed out emails showing that, proving beyond a doubt that I showed probation, where I was staying, when I was going, the flights I was going on. This is just pure, naked political harassment. So we're on our way to Bromley Magistrates Court now. Then we arrive at the court, we park up, we go inside. We're babysat by these two officers from SO15 Counter-Terrorism Command, literally all bloody day. And we're continually asking them, shouldn't you be out there catching terrorists? Shouldn't you be out there keeping the British people safe? Why have they got two counter-terrorism police officers babysitting a politician and one of his security bodyguards all bloody day? But anyway, they sat with us for the entirety of the day. Something like 4 or 5 hours these people were sat with us. But anyhow, so after a while inside the court building, I was handed this. I'll just cover up the particulars. So I was handed this, a breach report. Okay, from the National Probation Service, you've breached your post-sentence supervision. It's got page after page of waffle. So basically, to sum it up, they're claiming that I was planning to travel to Northern Ireland on last Wednesday to Friday. They're claiming that I never given sufficient notice, and that basically I was going over there to participate in the start of the marching season. Well, first of all, who gives a bloody damn? There's nothing in my post-sentence supervision that limits me taking part in cultural activities or even political activities. I can do what I bloody damn well want. But they're claiming I never gave them sufficient notice for them to make checks. Well, after a while, I went and sat down with the prosecutor and I handed over all my evidence. And to be honest, he was absolutely astonished. He was aghast at what was happening. Here is an email printout from the Friday before, the 6th of July, which clearly states I will be travelling from Wednesday to Friday. It says in Northern Ireland I'll be staying at XYZ Hotel. So that's 5 days notice that I gave them, and they said I haven't given sufficient notice. 5 days. Then on the Monday, 2 days before I was meant to go, we forwarded it again. Here's a printout of the email that we forwarded to my probation officer again. Funnily enough, on that Monday, he broke off all communication with me. I tried ringing him and ringing him and ringing him and ringing him, wouldn't answer. Even the probation prosecutor in court today could not get hold of this team that's overseeing me. He rang my probation officer, no answer. It was just a nightmare. I mean, the judge and the magistrates were just incredulous. What the hell is going on here? The fact of the matter is, I didn't even go over to Northern Ireland, which nullifies the whole thing anyway. I presented evidence that I was actually staying at home during this period. There's CCTV of me returning from the airport on the 10th, and I was meant to go to Northern Ireland on the 11th. Not only that, I produced evidence, and here's an email printout from the line manager, the superior of my probation officer, and point number 1 says, this is from the National Probation Office, there is no prohibition on Mr. Golding travelling to Northern Ireland, blah, 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 but he has to let his probation officer know where he's staying. Regardless of all of this, they still decided to prosecute me. So I'll just read some extra bits and bobs out from the breach report that I was handed. And this is where their case falls apart. And this is where this is what they was trying to stop. They were trying to stop me going over for the 12th of July celebrations in Northern Ireland. So it said, these plans would mean that Mr. Golding would be in Belfast on the 12th of July 2018, which marks the start of marching season in Northern Ireland. Britain First have previously allied themselves with unionist groups in Northern Ireland, and I have concerns that the date of travel is connected to the marching season and could have an impact on community safety. So the final section is the conclusion and recommendation. The recommendation of the National Probation Service is that I be committed to prison for 14 days. It even says in their guidelines that they're supposed to give a formal warning if they feel that I'm going to breach my post-sentence supervision. No warning was given. They went straight to court and they recommend to the court that I be sent to prison for 14 days. To his credit, the judge looked at all of this evidence and just said, quashed it right there and then. Case thrown out. And the prosecution, who I spoke to, the probation prosecution, it was even looking at all the evidence thinking, what the hell is going on here? So you can see this was just a blatant, naked attempt to stop me going over for the 12th of July celebrations. And it is also just another example of state-sponsored, politically motivated harassment that all political leaders, political patriot leaders in this country, that we all have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. But you know, we've now got a victory against the probation service, and I'm speaking to my civil lit solicitors. We're going to try and sue them for damages, time wasting on all of this. So we're going to go on the offensive because I'm not being treated like this. They've turned up at my house on a Sunday morning. I've surrendered myself to a police station twice, and they've refused to arrest me. I've been given the runaround. I've been made to feel unease, uncertainty and stressed, all because they didn't want me to go in Northern Ireland. So now I'm going to sue them.